man, I used to play. Okay, well, I'll do a side question after. So when I played, I wanted to play like 4 or 5 times a week, and even then, I felt like that wasn't enough. Because it's like the stuff you learn in one session. The stuff you learn in one session, you take it home and you learn it. Now you have to play like 2 more, 3 more times to get that part of your game. If you learn all this stuff and you take like a 3-day break, by the time you get into playing again, all that stuff is kind of lost, and you have to relearn it. You slowly relearn everything, and then eventually you'll get it good, but it'll take like a long time. Opposed to if you play a bunch and it like sticks with you. What I was gonna say. Okay, now think of how much you play the game, and now tell me how often you think of the game a day. So how often do you think about improving some, or how often do you think about just making an imaginary combo in your head? Like, so okay, give me the. See, if you're thinking about the game every day, then that's good, because that's how you get better. The game takes a bunch, See, if Scar's only thinking about the game 1 time per week, I'm gonna ban him. Scar, you suck. So, yeah, like, that's why you should play a bunch, and then, like, when you're going home, and just, like, before you go to bed, you think, like, oh, that was good, like, and then you're in the class, and you're not paying attention to the teacher. You think about, like, you just always got to think about the game. The game needs to be like, it really is like a sport. I'm pretty sure people who get good at basketball, they get good at baseball. They're constantly thinking about the game. When's the next time they're gonna practice? Like, okay, how can I improve this part of my game? Like, I can't wait to go out there and try it again. If you really want to get better, you should be thinking about the game quite a lot. It shouldn't just be. I know some people play for fun. If you want to play for fun, then but like for the people who really want to get good, I should go to class thinking about Melee instead. I chose getting better at Melee than I did at school. I didn't do too well at school. It's because I was too busy thinking of Melee, and it paid off for me. I mean, I got really good, and I'm okay with it. Like, cause Melee, like, I can't even like it. It's just so hard to get good at the game. Like, you have to put so much work into the game. It's not easy at all. And I almost advise against getting really good at the game. Like, to where I am in my, like, Melee career and what I've done, I've had to sacrifice so much other things. Like, you guys only see the end result, which is, like, like, all, like, Evo, whatever, just everything I've done in my career. But, like, to get there and what I had to do and what I had to sacrifice and how much I thought of the game, how much I played the game, how many, like, times I wouldn't go out with someone because I wanted to stay at home and watch Smash videos. Like, it's a lot. It's just like it's like you have to sacrifice a lot, and like it's not. I wouldn't advise wanting to get like such good because it's really hard. Yeah. Right. Hold on, I got it. Break time. Where's the thing?
If he gets
Mm-hmm.
you can just feed him a little bit of this, and he's fine.
We have to what? What? Well, no, I just haven't proved it. Hmm? So here's the cutest baby of all time. Before I start crying right now, I need to. I don't know if you guys can hear him. He makes the cutest noises. What? I probably shouldn't be holding them like this, but I'm doing what I can. I need my camera connected so I can Aww. I'll send it back to Lauren. Say bye. Alright, so that was the kid. The cutest baby. I think he's the cutest baby. If anyone can show me a baby who's cuter than my baby, I'd be yeah, okay. I don't think, every time I carry him like that, I don't think he likes it. He likes being, put like head right here, and like, he has a certain way of things. He has a certain way of, the way he likes things. But, yeah, he doesn't like being held like that too much. So what was I talking about, Scar? Before the baby ruined it. Dirty ruining things. Oh, no, like this, he has actually, like, his neck, I haven't been, worried about it. Like, he already lifts his head. He's, like, literally, like, he was a day old, 2 days, and he was already lifting his head. He's actually a pretty strong baby. Oh, so yeah, sacrifice. If you want to get good at the game, you have to, there's that one, it's that meme, it's like it's the little triangle of school. It's like, what does it say? It's like a social life, good grades, or sleep. And you know, it's like you can only pick 2. That's how Melee is. Like, you can't be like this, and play Melee and be good. You have to either do Melee and this. Yeah, so like, it's a lot of sacrifice. And if you really want to try and get better, it's hard, and then you sacrifice a lot of things, and it's always, I mean, I obviously don't regret it, but I had to sacrifice a lot. I like for a while, all I cared about was Melee. It's like all you think about is all you care about. You wake up, it's like, yeah, like it's a lot of work. If you want to do it, I advise it. It's just very hard, and it becomes, and when you get to being really good, it's harder to it gets rough, because then you get really good and you beat people, and then you reach a certain level, and now it's like people want to beat you, and like, you know, and it's like as you get better, more people want to beat you, and it's like, ugh, and then it just becomes really draining. But I imagine that's what it's like to be, you know, like a sports star. You know, you want to be like Kobe or LeBron, like, you know, like kind of like that. So I'm gonna talk about sacrifice. So you have to think a lot. What was I gonna say? Baby destroyed my mindset. Or not mindset, my thoughts. So that I can talk about mindset. Like, you should never, if you're getting mad and losing over friendlies, then you're doing something. You should never get mad about losing in friendlies, because it's like getting mad at practice. Like, you just want to get better. Like, if you lose all day, then it means it means you need something to work on. You know, you should want to be happy when you lose. Like me, in my like 2-year domination, I wish I could have lost, because then I lost my like passion for the game. And I like, if you're only winning, winning's not good, because then you don't learn as much. Losing is definitely, that's why I got bored of the game. You know, it's because you don't lose, and then it's like, okay, what do I have to, like, you just, once you don't lose, it's like, okay, like, what now? Like, I just want I want to be better, but you can't, you know. So, don't be worried about losing. Just always make little notes, and, you know, just don't worry about losing. Losing is definitely part of the getting better process. So now, like, okay. So, okay, anyone who's going to a tournament this weekend, tomorrow, you know, in the next 2 weeks, set yourself a goal. Whether it's, you know, not get dead last, whether it's get 10th place, whether it's like, whatever it is, get yourself a goal. And if you don't reach that goal, keep that your goal until you reach it. And then you reach that goal, and then after you reach that goal, you set yourself another goal. Set yourself another goal. And there should always be something you're working and striving to do. You should never just, like, get 10th place and be happy, because there's more, there's a lot of work to do, you know? So, always set yourself, so everyone right now, think of something, whether it's like winning a friendly against someone, or like beating someone in a set. Everyone just think of a goal that they want to accomplish in Melee, and just, you can start off small, You can start, whether it's like beat your friend who always beats you, whether it's place like not dead last of the tournament. Have a goal. Everyone set themselves a goal right now, and that's your one goal that you want to work on. Okay, so everyone, yeah, see, like everyone just have a goal. Just have a goal, and that's what you are gonna practice with. Just your one goal, and then your goal is to beat me. You gotta set a new goal, bro. It's not gonna happen. See, Crimson Blur wants to get power rank, and then once he's like power rank like 17th or something, and then he wants to be 15th, and once he's 15th, you want to be 10, and then like as these goals happen, you notice yourself getting better at the game, So like just everyone have a goal for themselves, and like write it down, say it, like I don't know, just remember that's your goal, and you're not allowed to move on to anything until you accomplish that goal. That's your only goal in Melee now. So yeah, just a goal, and then you'll notice everything comes, because now you're gonna work towards that goal. Now that you have a goal, you will work towards it, and you're gonna figure out what it takes to accomplish the goal. And then once you get this new goal, you make another goal, and then you accomplish that, and it keeps going. Yeah, you want to be top player in Africa? Well, you got to do it. Go practice. So now that you have a goal, like now you have something to work for. A lot of people just play and they don't really know what they want to do in the game. But if you have a goal, it gives you something. When next time you play Melee, you think about this goal, and it's like, okay, what can I do to accomplish this? So yeah, that's that. What else can I talk about? So like when I was coming up, my only goal and my initial goal was, I think it was to get top 10. I just wanted to get top 10, and then after I accomplished that, I was like, I want to be ranked. And then I got ranked. I think my first ranking ever was the SoCal. It was the top 25, and I got 21st. And I remember the moment it happened. It was I got it, and I was at my school. Smashboards actually banned my school. What's called the IP address. They banned my IP address because I did all my trolling. You remember old troll MaNg0? It all happened from my school when I should have been working in class, but instead I was trolling Smashboards. But I remember that day I checked Smashboards and I saw it was 21st, and it was like one of the happiest days of my life. It's like, oh, my goal! Like my goal happened, and then I just kept going from there. It's like, okay, I want to be 13th now, and now I want to be this, and now I want to be this, and all of a sudden I was 1. It's like, oh, sweet. I remember when I just wanted to be ranked 21st, So yeah, goals are real important. Mindset's real important. Practice is super duper important. Yeah, I guess I can answer some questions right now. Blur, post the good ones. Sorry if I miss your question. I'll try and answer what I can. So you can ask anything about what I talked about today. If you want if you want to know something. I have bottles around me now. My life's so different. How much should I play? Hours per day? I'd play at least 3-4 hours, 2 to 4 hours, and then followed by a lot of thinking. So I spent a lot of time. That's in my super young days when I wanted to be amazing. Hey MaNg0, how it's important to know your enemy. It's a big part of your game, and all scout all your rivals. For some people, like I know PP takes notes, and like a big part of his game is learning someone and focusing on how they play. Like I said, you have to figure out what type of player you are. For me, I don't really study that much. I just play from the heart. I just play whatever's happening that stock. I don't really think about that whole thing. So for you can know that. For me, it doesn't work that way. So that's not a bad. It's not bad. It's not good. It's whatever's bad or good for you. Am I going to Apex? I want to go to Apex, but I'm going to be out of practice, so I'm not going to be 100% Evo MaNg0. But I could probably still get top 3 and do some cool stuff. How did you overcome when you got stuck when trying to get better? I actually never got stuck. I actually improved every week of this game. So yeah, I never got stuck. So I can't personally give you advice on getting stuck because I'd just be making it up. It wouldn't be me telling you advice. I don't think practicing by yourself. If you're only practicing by yourself, it should just be tech skill, like trying to get stuff consistent, wave dash 100 times in a row, and do it until you like don't mess it up. You know, you should just work on stuff on getting consistent. That's all basically. Um, that's basically all I see single player as. They're playing by yourself. Why didn't I never get stuck? I think it's just because I always had a goal. I always wanted to move forward. I was never okay with like I just always wanted to keep moving. You know, that's probably why I didn't get stuck because I just had such a passion to want to get better. Like losing was not okay. One tournament, and like I just wanted to get better and better, and I was never satisfied with myself. If I got like fifth, I was like, okay, fifth's good, and you can't get too high and mighty about it. You know, it can't. You should wanna. I'd be happy about it as it happened, but the next day it's like back in the office. It's like, okay, what can I do now to get fourth place? Like the fifth place was nice, but it's still not first. You know, you always want to keep getting better. So you be happy about your like goal for a day, and then once that, it's like, okay, what can I do to reach my next goal? Like forget your old goal. Did you have to force yourself to change your play style when you started, or doesn't it cost that much effort? Like say a new mid game comes out, and you have to play different. It'd be hard. No, like when I started playing, I just played the MaNg0. I played aggressive puff, and you know, it shouldn't have worked, but you know, it did. And then like the thing that when the metagame changes, I just pick a new character because because like once in my puff, like once the game's changed a little, game got a little more campy. I just started playing Falco, you know, because I think it's easier to play. Well, at least for me, I think it's easier to just pick up a new character and like kind of like bring all my old roots from this character, and then just learn the new metagame with that character instead of like trying to spend all this effort into making my old character into this new metagame. It's like, no, you did your service for me. Like I don't want to change you. I like you the way you are. It's like it's a nice breakup. There's no hard feelings. It's just like I don't want to change you from what you are. I like you the way you are, and yeah, I'm just gonna leave you the way you are, and you'll always be remembered as this. Because I went from Puff, and I played Falco, and then it's like I wanted to play Fox now instead of like making my Falco like PPs and camping, like shooting shooting lasers and grabs. I didn't want to do that, so I was just like, okay, I'll play Fox now. That's how I handle that situation. Crimson Boy, where are the questions at? What did Toph say? A big thing that Fox played in Pro was consistency. What do you tell yourself on it? When I'm playing bad, I just get real mad. Like, if I'm playing bad and I know I'm playing bad, I immediately stop playing. It's like, okay. Because, like, if you're playing bad and you know it, just take, like, a 1 hour break. Even if you're at a tournament or Smash Fest, like, just stop playing. Because if you play bad and you keep telling yourself you play bad, it gets in your head and you're like, I'm playing so bad today. Like, I suck, whatever. So you should always just take a break. And, yeah, you should just... If you feel like you're really playing bad, just take a break. And, yeah. Don't keep playing bad, because it only makes you more mad, which leads to worse play. What players you know who has the best mindset to be at the top other than you? How can you approach things? I mean, I'd say the best mindset is obviously, like, Armada. Armada's mindset, you know, he has the mindset of a champion. All the top play, like, PP, Hunter, I mean, they'll have a different... It's all good, obviously, to get you to that level. It's just... all the top players obviously have some sort of good mindset. I feel like Armada's is amazing. It's just like winning. And you get, you know, winning, adapting and winning, you know? So, your mindset, yeah. In the game, should they be really scary and psycho? What? My heroes in Smash were like when I first started. You know, I liked King was like my inspiration. I really like PC. I liked Asin a lot. I like Hugo's playstyle. What else did I like? I like Forward a lot. What else did I like? I have my classics that I really, my original people that I really liked. Where's Crimson at? Crimson, you're slacking as my question guy. I'm not happy about this. So, if you're a new question guy, Crimson sucks. Did I watch the documentary? Yeah, the documentary was amazing. My part, I was iffy about my part. Well, I'll save it for Sunday, but I'll go into it. Sunday. Did you have eureka moments, or was it more gradual? Was there any phases of your Smash career that influenced you? I think I think I feel like I might have just had Eureka because I would always get better. You ask anyone from SoCal, like one tournament I was this, I'd get like 10th, and the next tournament I get like I just nothing really influenced me. I just I was a kid who just wanted to be be at the top, and that's really what it like. Obviously it was gradual because melee takes time. So yeah, I can't really. That one's hard to answer. So what did Hope say? What do you think you do differently in teams from most players? When I play teams, I like. What's PB doing here? PB, read my name. But teams, like the way I play it is like instead of like focusing on myself, I try to like kind of like look in the middle of the screen, and like I want to focus on everything that's going on. So I like never. So like you can tell like if you watch me in teams, I like to say I'm pretty good at teams. Like I'm really like. I just look at everything. So like if I'm fighting this guy and then something comes my way, I always know it's coming. I just kind of look at the middle of the screen. I don't like to focus on one thing at once, How important do you think playing partners are? I think it's real important. I had a playing partner, and it helps a lot because then you can set little goals within your like. If you're one stocking your guy, by the next week you want to at least one stock. Like a consistent, and then you want to get to 2 stocks, and then you just want to beat them with other like. When you have a training partner, you can set yourself these little inside house goals, Oh, Dunk has a helmet. I think Falcon can always go all the way. I'll always be a big Falcon fanboy because I know Falcon's amazing. He's just rough. He's a little rough around the edges, but he has. How did I describe it? Oh, I made this like I call it's a smash school theory. I made it like I was gonna make a big post about it. So basically, the way I see all the top tiers is they all go to the same college, a really nice college. Like the low tiers go to like community college and it sucks, and they never get out of it. But Falcon goes to the same school as Fox Falco, and it's like they have the same classes. But like Falcon's like the guy in class who works really hard. Like he's not really that smart at learning. He's not a good learner, and he has to take a bunch of notes, and it's a lot harder for him to like learn the subject. But he has the tools to do it. It's just harder for him. As where Fox and Falco are like the kids in class who like sit back and like throw like paper planes at each other, and it's like they learn the class easier, and so does like Sheik and Falcon's just in the same class. He just has to put in more work. He has to take more notes. He has to focus more. Whereas if Fox and Falco are chilling, they're like texting the whole time, and they just get it, and then they're really good at it. That's how I see it. But they're in the same class, which means they've done the same thing to get there. Which means the tools are there. They all paid their scholarships. Like they all got and like that's just how it is. Some people. Falcon has the tools, it's just harder for him to apply them because he's not as smart. Whereas if Fox and Falco are like chilling. Yeah, I always wanted to make a big post about this because I think it makes sense. Ice Climbers are in like the special ed class, and they're like the random kid in the special ed class with their gimmicks that are like amazing. That's Ice Climbers. Yeah, what was Stoke saying? So yeah, ICs are definitely they're in the same level and everything. They're just in the special ed class, and either their special ed stuff works or it doesn't. Yeah, I always thought Smash College would be a good post, and then people could expand on it. It'd be good. Can you improve? Okay, wait. Do you think it's important to practice versus people worse than you? No, if you practice, when you play someone who's better than you, you should have a different mindset. And when you play someone worse than you, you should try and like when you play someone you know you're a lot better than, don't try and think a lot. Just try and improve your combos, your consistency, and when you're playing someone like you just want to like try and get everything together. Like basically, just think of them as a punching bag. Like they're not really gonna fight back much. They'll like come at you and like throw little slaps, but you just use that to like practice. Try and get consistent because you beat up the punching bag to train yourself for the real fight in the ring. So you just use them as the punching bag and you like get yourself consistently until you play the guy who's really good, and that's when you use all your stuff and like that's the real fight, you know, kind of thing. Well, that's how I've always treated it. And then the good people's when you like put your game face on, you know. When you're playing a match, do you do the thing where you just sort of turn off your mind and get in the zone? In tournament, I think it's you don't want to overthink in tournament because if you're overthinking in tournament, it adds all kinds of it's giving yourself like you want to think like what I do in tournament is like I'll make little notes in between my stocks. It's like okay, like just whatever, like he's doing this, he's doing that, and then I try to go like not necessarily into autopilot mode, but more so just like tournament mode where like because you have to focus and like thinking while you're playing are two different things, you know. You just want to be focused in like just focusing on the match and not like what you've learned, what you need to do because like I said, it's all your work going into that set and tournament, whether it be finals or first round. That's when you want to apply it, and that's when you want to try and get it all into like this muscle memory that will work for you in tournament. So you don't want to think that much in tournament. If you're losing, then you know it's not gonna you're not randomly gonna get better in tournament. It's like okay, you lost, now it's time to go back to the drawing board and get ready for your next tournament match. You know. How do you think each character's learning curve differs? I think. Yeah, you can look at it. I think all the characters, I don't even really think they have learning curves. They just, you learn different things with them. And either those things are like better at a certain level or not, you know? Yeah, for every like little matchup, I have like a few notes that I do. It's like yeah, when I'm playing against the Falco's Fox, I'm like, okay, I can't get shined. And like when he's coming next to me and he hasn't done an aerial, he's gonna grab. I make these little baby notes that I get cemented in my brain that like every time that situation comes up I'm ready for it. So yeah, I have little baby notes that I keep, you know. How big a factor is natural talent when it comes to getting good at Smash? Well, like I feel like I'm one of the like out of all the top players, I feel like I'm one of the more of the naturally talented people. Like I mean, cause look at like MaNg0 and like PP, I feel like they're more practice based. Like they have to, and like Armada, they have to practice a lot. But I feel like if you there's different paths. You can be the naturally talented way, and like me, I would like get drunk and I'd like still win, you know, or like I doubt MaNg0 can do that because he needs to practice. He needs to play friendlies all day. So like yeah, you can. I don't think it matters too much as long as just the work's a little different depending on whether you are or not. If you're not, you're gonna have to put in a little more work and you have to focus about it more, kind of thing. But it's not like it shouldn't bother. It shouldn't be that like either. You just have to put the work in. It just depends what kind of work. Oh man, I ate this pot pie. Not doing too well with my stomach. Some of my baby notes for other matchups, like when I'm Fox against Marth, I'm just like, once like, I just make like I obviously don't want to get grabbed. Like I want to avoid getting grabbed. When I'm on a platform, I gotta think really. I have to think a little more than I normally would because I obviously want to get out of this combo that can potentially be death. Like I like to think more, and just little things, little notes that even might seem scrubby, but you have to get them cemented in your head, you know. I remain number one. Probably, I mean, because I haven't practiced. Like this is like, I haven't had like a serious like practice session of where I play for like 2 hours and I try to get. I haven't had that in like a month and a half. So I'm probably pretty crappy right now. I can probably still like beat, you know, good players. It's just it's gonna be harder because I just feel like, yeah, I don't know.